Kassym Jomart Kemaluli Tokayev is a Kazakh politician and diplomat. He took office as the president of Kazakhstan on the 20th of March 2019, succeeding Nursultan Nazarbayev, who resigned on the 19th of March 2019 after 29 years in office. Tokayev began his career in 1975 when he worked as diplomat in Singapore and China. In 1992, he became the deputy foreign minister of Kazakhstan, where he took a position against nuclear disarmament in the former Soviet countries. In March 1999, Tokayev became the deputy prime minister. In October 1999, with the endorsement of the parliament, he was appointed as a prime minister by the presidential decree. During his tenure, the GDP growth rate grew by 13.5% in 2001 while the inflation rate was reduced by 11.2%. From 2002, Tokayev served as foreign minister, where he continued to play an active role in the field of nuclear non-proliferation. He then served as the chair of the Senate of Kazakhstan from the 11th of January 2007 to the 15th of April 2011 and from the 16th of October 2013 to the 19th of March 2019, and was the Director General of the United Nations Office at Geneva from the 12th of March 2011 to the 16th of October 2013. On the 20th of March 2019, his predecessor Nursultan Nazarbayev resigned, resulting in Tokayev becoming the acting president. He announced snap elections for the 9th of June 2019 and shortly with the endorsement by Nazarbayev became nominee for the ruling Nur Otan. Tokayev was elected president of Kazakhstan in a snap election on the 9th of June 2019 with 71% of the popular vote. According to the OSCE, significant irregularities were observed on election day, including cases of ballot box stuffing, and a disregard of counting procedures meant that an honest count could not be guaranteed. There were widespread detentions of peaceful protesters on election day in major cities, said the OSCE in their statement of preliminary findings and conclusions. In his inauguration, Tokayev promised a continuation of Nazarbayev's policies in the country's development and social and economic reforms. In his tenure, he signed certain reform laws aimed at democratizing the country which were criticized as still lacking in international standards. Born in Almaty, his father, Kemal Tokayev, was a World War II veteran and a well-known Kazakh writer. His mother, Turar Shabarbayeva, worked at the Alma-Ata Institute of Foreign Languages. He was named after his uncle, who was also a Red Army soldier and was killed during the Battle of Shef. When describing the impact the war had on his father, Tokayev said that he did not like to talk about the war, and only shared his feelings upon his first encounter with the enemy, the courage of the average soldier, and his burning desire to return home. Kemal Tokayev after the war received a medal for his coverage of the development of the Virgin Lands campaign. From 1970, Tokayev attended the Moscow State Institute of International Relations. In his fifth year, he was sent to training courses at the Soviet Embassy in China for 6 months. Upon graduation from the Moscow State Institute of International Relations in 1975, Tokayev joined the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the USSR and was posted to the Soviet Embassy in Singapore. In 1979, he returned to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the USSR in 1983. He went to China for training courses at the Beijing Language Institute. In 1984-1985, he served in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. He was then posted to the Soviet Embassy in Beijing, where he served until 1991 as Second Secretary, First Secretary, and Counselor. In 1991, he enrolled at the Diplomatic Academy of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the USSR in Moscow in a training course for senior diplomats. In March 1992, Tokayev was appointed as a deputy foreign minister of the Republic of Kazakhstan. He took stance against nuclear disarmament in former Soviet countries of Belarus and Ukraine under pressure by Russia, causing negotiations to be held under the United Nations Security Council, where he wrote, "This was a significant success of Kazakh diplomacy, which was taking its first steps in the international arena, opened the way for further negotiations with all influential states at the highest level." In 1993, he became first deputy foreign minister, and on the 13th of October 1994, Tokayev was appointed to the post of Minister of Foreign Affairs. In March 1999, Tokayev was promoted to the post of Deputy Prime Minister. In October 1999, with the endorsement of the Parliament, he was appointed as a Prime Minister by decree of the President of the Republic of Kazakhstan. During his tenure, the GDP growth rate grew by 13.5% in 2001 while the inflation rate being reduced by 11.2%. On the 20th of November 2001, at the Khabar agency broadcast, Tokayev threatened to resign from his post as the PM unless President Nursultan Nazarbayev would dismiss several government officials whom he accused of being intriguers, such as Deputy PM or as Jandosov, Labor and Social Protection of the Population Minister Ali Khan Bamyonov, Pavloda Region A.